Grand Rising queens and goddesses and crones and oh, just greetings, everyone, everyone. Grand Rising. Today is Thursday, August the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And I am very happy I woke up this morning. um,
And
yeah,
you
I was
are.
saying before, huh?
And you are.
And I am Mama Evelyn, multi-creative artist in service. Yeah.
Today is.
Today is Thursday.
No, this today. What show is this?
Oh, this is Creative Thursday. Yes. Yes. I have been reaching out to guests, but haven't found anyone yet. No one's contacted me, but I am confident that, you know, we the people will come. The people will come. Yes. We had a great day last Sunday. The food was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any of the bread pudding. I think I was more on the vegan side, and that was really good. That mac and cheese and those greens,
Mm.
cauliflower was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave you a good portion.
Yeah.
You got your $20 worth. You really did, you know. And yeah, we knew you weren't feeling well because I mean you didn't even make anything. I said usually you make a little something, but you was just I know. And are you feeling better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Covered?
I
Yeah,
am. I
yeah.
am. I had my, when they say Christ went down for 3 days and then came back up. I went down for 3 days. And I did a cleanse yesterday morning. That was really very helpful because my stomach was like, why did you drink that drink?
Mm.
And then I was asking Star about the drink. And I said, was there liquor in the wine? Because I always thought wine was wine, just a wine
Yeah,
substance.
just the grapes. Yeah.
Yes, and they do something, but I think there was like Bacardi in one of them, liquor in some
Okay.
of
I
them.
Okay.
I
I,
don't know about the liquor. I just know that there's alcohol in it.
mm,
Okay.
8%
Okay.
and
and then
44% of
then
the other thing.
they had infused it, so it was even more powerful. And then I wasn't drinking water and stuff, so I just was not wise about what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm gonna have to have me an assistant that is just for me. Maybe a few other people, but definitely for me. Because like I
Mm-hmm.
said, my niece used to do that when I would do shows and stuff, and she said, she would keep on my time. She would always have my stuff in the room by the time I got there. And she was a great assistant. I'm gonna have to let her know how that I really missed it and how valuable that was for me. And,
Mm-hmm.
she would make sure I had water and food because, I would be there for the people. I'd be there for the people, moving around and serving and talking and making sure everybody's okay, but not taking care of myself, but I had her to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're
Mm-hmm.
on your own, you're just on your own and going up them doggone steps.
No. I can't, that's it. I can't go up
But
this.
it was worth every minute of it. It was worth every dime of it. It was worth every pain of it. It was just worth it. It was worth it. And then when B. Anthony and his beautiful young lady that was with him, when he broke out that $20, it was like cha-ching, everybody just started coming in and paying and, and this, and oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then, when Sharonda brought in 4 people and then, some people that I wasn't really expecting to come and showed up, like Joe Mawu, who's a fashion designer.
Okay.
Joe Mawu, she had the hat on, and I think she had either orange or yellow, probably
Oh, yeah,
more
yeah, 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 yeah.
yellow outfit, and
Yeah.
Is she slim?
yes. And
Yeah.
she
She had
had
on
the
pink.
her grandson with her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had on pink. Nice
It
outfit
was
too.
pink,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah. I did notice
she
that.
designs all of that, and she said, "I want to show up. I want to be at your stuff. I want to be at your events." She is one that she likes. She designs clothing, Afrocentric clothing, and her passion is teaching children. And I mean, really, that's all. And every time I've talked to her, and I've always wanted to help her to
Hmm.
create that. She doesn't want to charge the children, so she has to do things that,
To create the funds for
yeah,
it.
yeah. But she did finally, at one of the centers, they have embraced her. And
Hmm.
yeah, so it was so good seeing so many people. And then when I saw Alita, she had cut her hair off, because she only had like what I have, but she just that didn't even have this anymore. And she just cut it off so she would just like I saw that little pea head. I said, I know that pea head. And it was gone, and she looked so good with it. So and the cooperation of everybody, even when the
Hmm.
police came and said they had to get off the
The
side,
sidewalk.
and just all those heads just came together. Well, we can, because I said we can go. We have to go inside, and they was like, "Is there not enough? Let's do this." They just moved it right onto the land and kept it moving, and
Mm.
there was just a spirit of cooperation and spirit of unity and everybody helping one another because everybody understands what the vision is. And then I'm pretty careful about who I select in my life.
Yeah.
If it's going to be drama, I probably won't select you for a long-term thing.
Right. Right.
And that people love art, they just don't get to do it. They just
Yeah.
don't sit down, they don't take the time, and then gathering all the things, and then you got to clean up. But if you can just come in and sit down and just start doing something, and
Hmm.
that's when
Hmm.
you really see a person that you never thought would be into art. And then there they are, you
Yes.
know.
Yes. And I think it was Sharonda's mother. That was her mother.
Yes.
She said, I needed this.
Yeah.
And she made her a pair of earrings that matched her outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
Mm-hmm.
you sure you want to paint? Because you got your nice outfit on. She said, she said, I really, and she kept saying, I really needed this. I'm like, that's what
Wow.
I'm there for. Artist in service. That's key. And, and I tell you, I'm gonna have to catch up on my reading because I just been getting up in the morning and just, like I said, purging and collecting things to have at the ready. And one thing I realized is that when we do the earrings, is that um, you the participants can bring their own tools
Yeah.
of jewelry making if they want to. But I need to have at the ready already is the ear wire because I don't like
Fine.
earrings to fall apart. I
Yeah.
don't like, and the way I do it is that this is not coming to loose. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is coming to loose.
Like
And
this one keeps
so,
falling off sometime, did it?
yeah, yeah. 'Cause I don't know if you could really see, look at these are the jump rings that I got from Amazon along with the ear wire. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like these ear wires. Let me put it on something so you can really see. Um, they're too little. I mean, seriously. Uh, can you see how little
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the jump rings are even. I said, what is this gonna go in? But I just wanted the option if people wanted to use the regular ones. But look at
Mm-hmm.
the jump ring. That is too small.
Mm-hmm.
So I purchased some 10 gauge jump rings that they fit through the wood like they're
Now, do you
supposed
have the
to.
drill to
Yeah, I
drill the
drilled
hole?
through the round part, the
Yeah.
round earrings. Yeah,
Yeah.
after they wrapped them in the fabric. Yeah, just drilled a hole in them. And that's my Dremel. I've had that Dremel for years. And then I went online and I found out I could get me a smaller little drill, look like a little ink pen. I said, well, I'm getting one of those
Yeah.
because you're gonna need it. I'm gonna need it.
So
But
I
yeah,
have to
I'm just gonna
remember
make,
to
huh?
bring, because I have a box of earring tools, the things that I could bring to
Hmm.
when we do those types of things that would help. So
Yeah, yeah. I
mhm.
emptied a cart that it folds up into it folds flat. I said I need a cart next to me so that I can have all the excess over here and not all on the table. So we
Yes.
have room. Um, but yeah, they really enjoy the painting. And I said I have a lot of little paint brushes. So if you want to get real intricate, and I went online, Queen, and I found some African uh some wood cutouts on Etsy, and I uh emailed the shop owner and I said, can I get them without the holes?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can always put the holes in there,
Mm-hmm.
in case somebody wants to do something like what you have and just and then what else did I discover? Oh, washi tape. Now washi tape is like a thin, I don't know if you know what washi tape is. It's like a tape, and it's decorative tape that they use in they use it for all sort of things, but usually scrapbooking. But several videos where the lady was putting them on the wooden shapes and they look really nice. So yeah, I got that in my cart in Amazon. So all of these ideas and just I want to inspire people because maybe I inspired Sharonda's mother to maybe have her own little business of making earrings or just doing her own thing
Mm-hmm.
because you know just like Lakeisha said, you may not want to be a billionaire or a millionaire, but you may want to make some extra money to do
Mm-hmm.
some different things. And there's so many ways and people, there there are enough people to buy. There are always enough people to buy, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah.
Let me tell you
And
something else that's a missing. We used to do it all, or used to have them,
mhm.
is hair adornments, locks,
Yes.
for locks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I used to sell them. This sister in New York, Nikina, used to, I mean, she would have like an array of um lock adornments for big locks, for medium, and then she, of course, when Sister Lock came, she had to really break it down to small. But they're getting back to putting adornments in our locks and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Hmm. And just
Right.
going and getting those little dinky things that they have at the hair store, the little, you
No, we want
but
some
some
we want
real,
some copper. You want some copper, you want some semi-precious stones in
yeah.
your hair. You don't want that cheap stuff. That's why, I look at because I like Swarovski crystal. I have flat back Swarovski crystal.
Hmm.
And I like it. And they bought, do you know they had discontinued the balls. They had discontinued the Swarovski crystal. They had discontinued it, and because I guess the new kids came in and took over the company, and then they found out that that was their biggest seller, and that was a big mistake because I think Beyonce used another company that did crystals like that, and they said, "Oh no, we got to go back to what we know." Because I remember there was a company I was buying them from, and they said, they weren't going to be making them anymore. I'm like, wow. Okay, so then they found out. They messed around and found out. And that's not a decision you make, because that's your butter right there. But I love Swarovski crystals, and I got the flat back adhesive ones that they don't go nowhere. Once you put them on, they don't go nowhere.
Wow. Yeah.
Nowhere. And yeah, so I mean, there's just so much you could do for the hair. Oh, see, you can be going and thinking, and I'm gonna go and YouTube videos. Stop. Day plan. I gotta go look at YouTube videos. Because I know I really like that. I like the adornment in the locks, because that would really intrigue me. I would be, and I learned not to touch people's locks. This lady got on my case one time, and I said I would never do that again without permission.
Yes.
Was not touch hair.
Yeah.
Because no one tried to touch my hair. So I didn't know that was a big thing, but she said, I knew I should have kept it wrapped up. I said, I apologized profusely. I said, I will never do that again.
Yes. Yeah,
because that's your energy you're transferring on to, so everybody can't touch your hair because everybody's energy is not always correct.
Yeah. And when people's hair is straight, people don't walk up and just put their hands in their hair. And white people are really good at that. They'll just go and put their hands in you're like, I had one sister, boy, ooh. And they would be people working in the salon. They'll walk up and she's really funny because she will go off on you. She would really have a fit. And so even if I'm the instructor, and I'm going up and I'll ask them, do you mind if I touch your hair before I put my hands in there, because people are funny. And to put two people on a head, oh, you better ask, because there's the superstitious. There's about two people in your head and stuff. That's superstition for somebody. For some people.
Okay. I didn't know that.
And then I don't know your spirit, so I might put, somebody might be, you can help her, but not people that they don't know.
Right.
Can't put them together, even as students, to just be in somebody's head. Or if they get on their head and they start having a conversation of negativity.
Yeah, and they're braiding that into your hair.
Get off my head. I remember when I was having an issue with one of my clients, and I had to, before we got started, I said, we need to talk, because I don't want to get in your head with how I'm feeling about this right now, about doing her hair. You need to clear that out first. And then come to an agreement, pray, and then release all of that before I get into your head. Because, right now, you don't want me in your head. You don't want me in your head right now, boo. Your hair be tighter than it normally is and stuff like that, because, I've got this energy in that I'm a little pissed off about, and Fame, he cracks me up when I had to get on Fame about something, he said, Ma, you was fussing at me and everything else. I mean, I had to go upstairs and deal with him about something. When I came down, I woosah and got right back on their head and stuff, and he said, and then you go right back downstairs and then you just, blah, 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 blah. I said, but I had to release all that. I had to deal with you. come back down, release that before I got back on the head. And I have gotten back on somebody's head and they said, oh no, you need to chill first. That stuff is real.
You.
Our energy is so real, and I'm learning more and more and more and more about that.
I was thinking, I know you know a lot of people in the hair industry, and because I don't lock my hair, but I with my hair, I wash it, condition it, blow dry it, and flat iron it. And with Sheena's, I do the same. But Sheena's curl pattern is different than mine. Mine gets a little more tangled, but hers can get tangled. But she, with the right product, she can have a nice curly wave to her hair with the right product. But with me, I need I need to have someone cornrow my hair with some sort of setting lotion in it and leave it in for a couple of days. And then when I let it out and kind of fluff it out, then it's a wave pattern. But I can't keep it like that no more than 2 days because then it gets tangled. But I just what I was telling you, to find a product that would go in my hair that doesn't make it stiff and hard. Now we did find a mousse that it doesn't flake, but after a couple of days it's in there and it's yucky and and you got to wash it because I said I know there's something that's out there to keep my hair soft because I Lynette, the lady that has the shop over on Connor, her hair is salt, salt colored, and she has that natural curl wave pattern that just looks so nice. And I said I have to do a little more work to get mine to get mine to look like that. Yeah, but I don't know if she's already had it, but Etsy, she did the hair meetup over there.
She did the Naturally Fly.
Yeah, I don't know whether she's I think I heard her she was bringing it back, but I don't know whether it's happened already.
It hasn't.
Okay. We and Mama Samara were at her the first few ones she did. We were bending there. And it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, it was always we usually participated and had a spot as a salon in the room when you walk in and they were doing hair. Everett's would be one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Star, you got a question or comment?
No, a comment. Speaking of energy that Queen was talking about, I had a client, she kept having to come back because there was something wrong with her hair. And I finally figured it out. I said, you don't love your hair. That's why you keep having problems and you keep coming back because you don't love your hair. And so once I told her that and she started changing and loving her hair, she didn't have any more problems.
Wow.
So that's just that energy is powerful. It really is. It really, really is. That her hair would know the kind of energy that she's giving it.
Yeah. And stress is real.
Yeah.
I know when Sheena was in the relationship with Richard, her hair was like kind of to here. And once she let him go, her now down her back. But now I don't want to tell her, but I need to cut off like maybe an inch because I can always tell, the raggedy ends. I said they need to come off. They're not going to heal. There is no magic potion.
Right, they're through. I am done.
Yeah. You got to get that. You got to cut it and get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out. We had a woman that she had been sick and stuff, and when she came to get her hair done, and I looked at it, and she looked, and Queen looked at it, and we said, you know what? The best thing for you to do is cut it out, because all the sickness and all of that other stuff is still in your hair, and it's not going to get any better.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You got to let it go.
Huh?
The history of all that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
in the hair. When I found out about my husband's baby, and he had locks, I told him I'll never touch his locks, and I'm the one who cared for the locks. So I was, you know, I'll never touch, because I know her hands was all up in her head, when they were doing their thing, So I'll never touch your hair again. The other thing is that the history was in the locks. So he had to cut them all off and start all over again before I will touch you. I'll touch your head, And so we cut them off kind of ceremonially, cut all the locks off, took them out to the barbecue thing, and burnt them. Burnt up the history of all of that so that the healing process can start. Yeah. And then one lady, she was being healed of cancer. She was going through that, but she couldn't get it off. She couldn't go through the whole thing. And they told her, not the doctors and stuff, but others that are, wearing locks for a long time and stuff. They told them that she needed to cut the locks off because the cancer was still in the locks. And not only the cancer, but all of the drama from it, the pain, the anxieties, all of that was in the locks. So she cut them all off, and then her whole healing process began. Wow. I'm telling you, locks is a whole nother
Lifestyle.
No, it's a whole nother
level.
Journey.
I guess you could world,
yeah.
World, because when you comb your hair, you comb it, Mama Evelyn, you comb your hair. Those that are ready to leave, they leave. You change it, you hot, press it or flat iron it, and all of that. But locks, everything that's happening stays in. We put it in, and it strengthens it. By the same token, everything that was happening is in there. The medication that you were taking is in the locks, and you're locking it, and it's a whole world. Locks is the only hairstyle that has a birthday. Wow. When did you start your locks? Nobody asked you, when did you start your press and curl? When did you start your perms? You might ask, your stylist may ask you, when did you start, relaxing your hair? And it's usually because something's happening that you need to blah, blah, blah. You need to stop doing that, or maybe you need to start doing this. When's the last time you had your hair cut, your ends clipped and stuff like that? But locks has a birth date. Started my locks. How old are your locks? How many people have you asked that? How old are your locks? Stacy, how old are your locks? Now, that is a question for you. How old? When did you start your locks? You have sister locks, right?
Yeah.
About I want to say going on 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
My second set, my first set I cut off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why'd you cut them?
Because they started looking, the longer they got, the thinner they got, and the more damaged they look. They just, and then I wanted to cut it in a style, and I did. And I, that Farrah Fawcett high elevation style where you have the bane and then you bring it all up to one level at the top of your head and you cut it all off. And then when it falls back down, you have different layers.
Yeah.
Well, I had the lady do it that way to cut it in different layers. And after she cut it in different layers, it looked a hot mess.
Yeah.
So I just let it grow out until I got enough hair to where I could just take some of it out and then I could start braiding it on my own and doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt really good and free from doing that. But then I wanted to get my locks back because I enjoy not having to do anything to my hair. I'm like, what? Do hair win? Why?
What?
No need for that.
I sat here and did Sheena's hair last night. And she said, Mom, you've been doing my hair all my life. And I'm like, shit. Use my language. I mean, yeah, blow drying it. And we did used to press it. And then we said, that's too much heat. And now, I may do my hair once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was younger, and me and my girlfriend Saber, we used to do each other's hair because I found out she could put the perm in my hair. Then she started doing it. I would put the perm in her hair. She really didn't need a perm. She really because she's half Korean and half Black.
Mm-hmm.
So she really didn't need a perm. And now her hair is, because of stress, because she had me, because she didn't like her gray. And because of stress and the years of stress, her hair is not as long as it used to be and is not as thick as it used to be. Mm-hmm. And neither is her daughter's. And her daughters used to have long hair. And I used to tell Mecca, stop putting heat to your hair every day. You're going to bump your edges way back here. That's what she did. Bump them edges. You can't keep putting, especially you cannot keep putting heat on dirty hair. That was almost, I will touch your hair up maybe once after I wash. But after that, all we doing is pressing in, sweat and dirt and whatever product you put in your hair. You can't do that. And I've never done that. I never subscribed to that. But me, I may do my hair once. I need to do it now. So yeah, once a month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It used to be strategically every 2 weeks, nope. Once a month. It's good. And I assume when I start sweating more and doing more exercises, probably maybe twice a month.
Yeah, I noticed also with my locks that they started to shift. Have a thin spot, then a thick spot, a thin spot, and a thick spot. And I don't know if it was because after I washed my hair, I would braid, and then the little crinkles in between the braid would cause the lock to shift. But as they got longer, I noticed that they were shifting. And I got different grades in my hair. The back of my hair, at the tip, it don't lock. It just stays curly. And then some of my hair is stronger than other parts of my hair. And I just didn't really like the way it's looking. Now that these set of locks are thinner than the ones you did for me, Queen. The ones you did for me, I like they were thicker. But these are thinner and I have way more of them. Yeah. You did my first set of locks.
Oh my God. How long ago was that?
I don't know. I'm gonna send you a picture. It was a long time ago. This was my second set. So this is my second set, and I've had it about 3 years, and then I went without them for about a year and a half. And so then the other set I had for about 5 years. So let's say about maybe 10, 12 years ago, something like that.
Oh, it was longer than that. Oh,
maybe
your second set. Okay.
When you did my hair, you were just getting out of doing it or accepting more clients. and you were kind of phasing out of it. It was in was it Harper Woods? Harper Woods?
Yeah. On
Yeah, you
Keller.
were in Harper Woods.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you did my first set.
World.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know who you're gonna run back. That's why you have to be a good person. You never know when you're gonna run back into them.
Yeah, and I like them thicker, but now they're thinner, and I like them too. But I got a feeling I'm gonna start cutting them. You know, because I don't want them to get too long. Because when they get all the way down my back, then it's just all the way down my back long hair, and it's not as much you can do with longer than when it's like just after the shoulder, like just before your breast. Around that length, you can do a lot with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my hair history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, we did not read our mythical goddess tarot today. And I did pull a card.
Right.
I got this set of cards from Shashada, who passed away, because I admired them. I said, "Oh, I like those," and she went and got me a set, and I've had them ever since. So today's goddess is Shakti, ecstatic union, and that is my name for the ceremonies that we went through with Shashada. My name is Shakti's Fire. So yeah, that's what I drew today. So ecstatic union Shakti in Gemini. Let me put my glasses on. Shakti is the powerful Hindu goddess who animates the life force, the creative fire and essence of the universe. The energy of the primordial snake moves through her and lets rise the sleeping creative force within to awaken, ascend, and merge with the sacred. Shakti, in all of her power, holds and runs the vital animating force of the Kundalini, the embodiment of ecstatic union with the divine. Her sensuality and passion unite the seeming Gemini polarities into sacred oneness with spirit. Shakti personifies the holy aspiration of the human soul. Shakti shows the way to union with the pure force of spirit. She reminds you that you are a being of power and that you are on earth to let your energies move upward through your body to unite with her and fulfill your deepest desire of union with the primary force of creation. Shakti is the cosmic example of sacred power, exemplifying the perfect orgasmic fusion of your sexuality, sensuality, and spirituality, where your world is forever transformed. Okay. Y'all hear that, Queens? Y'all hear that? Powerful message for the day. Powerful.
Shakti.
Yes. Huh?
I just said Shakti.
Yes. Wow. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So, anybody else got anything to talk about? We didn't talk about hair.
Well, I'm going to share this. Oh my God. You talk about Shakti power. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where your political thing is right now in this moment. Okay. In this moment.
Okay.
Oh, my girl, she showed out yesterday. The sister came out in her. Oh my, but Jesus, I was screaming down here. I know they were upstairs and they was having class, but it hit me so tough. And they have a little short version of it. And I'm gonna let you. She did one of them numbers where, when the mama, when something happens and the mama has to straighten everybody out.
Okay.
And you're caught off guard with it, right? So she was speaking, and I'm gonna let it play before I do it. Okay, here we go.
Eric, you know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
And look at her face. Where she's gonna do another thing. Yes! Right there. What? You got something to say? Look. Oh my God, I was screaming. Do not mess with the sister, okay?
Play that again, Queen. Play that again. Look at those expressions. Oh my God.
So what had happened right before, if I could find the other part, she was, they was like, saying and talking. She said, well, yeah, your voice, but I need to talk. She was trying to calm the people down. They were saying. And then she had started talking again. And then the people that were way in the back started still saying something. And she had just had enough. Okay, enough. And then that's when she.
And I got yours. And we're not going back.
All right.
The Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
You see how her eyes. That was.
Oh,
Those expressions could have cut her. Protection.
That's the sister. That's the sister here.
Yep.
And then she's just standing there.
And she wished she could say what she wanted to say. What she wants to say.
Oh, yeah. One more time.
We're not going back. The Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
That's like, all right, now, do something. Right, yep. Okay, come on. You messing with the wrong one. I love it.
I was screaming. I was running around down here just like, oh my God, do you know who you messing with? I'm cute. I'm petite. I will kick your ass.
I'm a woman, but I'm coming with it. Yeah. That's how I think she's gonna be in the White House. That's how it ain't gonna be no joke. I don't think it. I think people gonna really be surprised.
That right there. Right there. You remember when Barack then was running, they were saying that would he be able to push the button at 3 o'clock in the morning? That's what Hillary was dealing with him. Can you hit the button at 3 o'clock in the morning? Can you hit the, like if you got to bomb somebody, can you do it? I think she showed them.
I look at it as the mother bringing America to the way it should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
bringing it together the way a
Yes.
mother of the
Yes.
universe, bringing
Yes.
it back to the way, not back to where it was, but the way it
Taking
should
it where
be.
it should be.
It should be, yes, yes,
Where it can be.
yes, yes, where it can be.
Where it can be. Oh my but Jesus. When she did that, and when she did that second look, like what? What?
The
Got
sister
something to
came
say?
out. The sister came out in the
Oh, it came out. It came out. Oh my. You know, because sometimes you had to deal with your kids and you straighten them out and you say, did you hear me?
right.
I know you heard me.
Ooh,
Oh my
especially
goodness.
because I have done that with RJ. Like he'll say something, and I got up in his face and like, what?
Yeah, right.
Like, okay, I think I better back off.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
goodness.
When mama give you that look, it's like, oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's what she dealing with. She dealing with a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
She's a bunch of kids mentally.
Yeah.
Trump is a big kid, a
Oh
big
my
bully, a big kid.
That was this is like one of the like you said, they're bringing joy to this thing again, you know, to this thing. Boy, one to see. And there's I know we read a scripture about, you know, that things will fall, your enemies will fall all around you, but nothing will touch you. And but there's another one was that where God says that I will cause your enemies to like they'll be bumping all up against each other, you know. And this guy, what is his name? Rance Dant, whatever his name is, Trump's VP.
Oh, JD Vance.
My God, he is like Trump's son. It's just, I mean, not like his son, his real son, but like he birthed him. His spirit is the small, oh my goodness. He's following Kamala. He's following her around, and he's got this, he is so consumed with power. Yeah, he got a whole he lands where her plane is, so he's like following her. He lands where her plane is, and then he has his entourage of people protecting him, right? And they're following him, and I know that they're like, oh my God. I know when they get home, they be saying, baby, if I could just tell you, this man, we are in trouble. We are really in trouble. And then he shows up and he's got it's just so funny. It is so funny. It's funny, it's sad. But you just see where, you know, where the Bible says that I will cause your enemies they will bump up, they will fight each other. They will bump up against each other. They'll be blinded and just knocking up against each other, doing stupid stuff. Just doing stupid stuff. And then they're, you know, they're trying, especially Fox 2, they're trying so hard to get them to see where they're making a mistake and try to tell them what they should be saying. Did you know what you said when you said that? Did you really mean that? And they don't get it. They still don't get it. It is it's funny.
Something. It's really something.
It's really something. It's really something.
I call what Trump says and all his minions say devil speak. Is that nonsensical?
Yeah. Did you hear what you said?
It's like it's meant to confuse you.
Yeah.
And I'm not confused. I just think I'm not getting it. I'm not going to get it. It's crazy.
You know, I know I played Aaron the other day about, you know, just not paying any attention to that stuff, but I'm telling you, it is so funny. I watch it now just for pure enjoyment. Because
And just send love and light his way.
yes, I
Poor
do.
baby's in the dark. He in the dark.
But it's just making it so plain. And my grandson Fame said that he was going to vote for he could not vote for a woman because biblically women are not supposed to be in power. So I'm like, yeah.
Who said that?
He followed my grandson. And he follows this man that oh my goodness. And then he was sharing with me that the man is kind of taking him in. You can call me anytime, and you know he's really getting into religion and the it's just like oh. And I said, you know, first I was like, you know, let him just do whatever you do. And I said, no, because if I'm, you know, I need to not, you know, let people know, vote for whoever you want, but let me give you number one, let me show you some biblical things of the power of the women in biblically,
Mm-hmm.
who Deborah was and who, you know, these people who were the powerful ladies. And I can just take his mom. Would you want your life is like that because of your power of your mother?
Right.
Putting her foot down that your dad is going to do for all of them. You're going to do this for these children. And that's why they are as they are. It's because your mom putting her foot down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't get caught up in all that religious stuff, you know. And it's a man that's teaching that to you. So who had to come here through a woman?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't get here. You can't get here. So anyway.
And the mind is a terrible thing to waste.
I said, well, I won't just let it go. I said, son, we need to talk, grandson. I just want to give you some things to think about. You're going to make your own choice. And then
how old is he?
now he should be 20.
Wow.
Yeah. Just second year in college. And so that you can keep your woman, you got to not be thinking like that.
Yeah. Mm.
That's that same thing of no woman in the pulpit kind of stuff, you know. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we were in the beginning, like, you know, we were there in the beginning. We would have, yeah. And
Yeah.
it is
And
coming
it's
fast again.
and it's coming back. Women are it's just that time. It's just the time in, like they were saying, Hillary, it was supposed to be Hillary. It could have been Hillary, but she started dealing from a lower vibration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she let it drag her down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But how Kamala did that, it was still a high vibration. She just handled it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay. Nah, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I still get excited about it.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes. She gathered him. She gathered him up.
Yeah, right.
Well, God did tell me that now is the time for the power of the woman to be revealed.
Well, all right. I say to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say to that. It's time. It's time, a beautiful time to be on the planet.
Yes. I just learned that a friend of mine passed away last month. And her baby sister had passed away right at the beginning of COVID. And so now it's just one sister left. She's the oldest sister. And I was very close to that family. It used to be a Big D party store on Forest in Van Dyke, Big D party store. And that her mother and her grandmother, they helped me through, they taught me a lot. and they helped me out when I needed, when I didn't have a job, because she would give me stuff on credit. She didn't have a lot of really good health food there because it was a party store. But then she said, why don't you just come work a couple of days a week?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and that's where I learned how to count, how to add up without sometimes without a calculator. You just you see the 10s and the 20s, and that's how I could add up really well like that. And she was just a very hardworking. Her and her mother worked well together. And I was with her when she was pregnant with her son, and I think he's an engineer. I think he is. He's doing very well. But it was so funny. I was thinking about her today. I said, yeah, I remember riding around with her in the car. She pregnant, having gas, and every time I'd have to let the window down. We had to let the window down. Oh,
Yeah. You needed this fan. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, it's 10 o'clock.
Yes. Oh, this has been a nice day. Just amazing. Yes, I feel much better. I feel much better being with you ladies. You're just my medicine, y'all. Y'all my medicine.
Feel that
My
energy. Feel that
meditation
energy.
was just I was thanking God for every single one of you, and just, I was even thanking God for Trump and his VP, just thanking God, just thank you for the work that's being done. Just in gratitude for everything, and gratitude for choices, that even in the midst of all this, we get to choose.
Yes.
We get to choose to let it throw us all off, or we get to choose to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Because it's all an illusion.
It's all
That's what's really a trip.
How are you enjoying class? Matter of fact.
Oh my God. It is what's the word for it? It is opening me up to definitely higher vibration. I feel that I was already on a high frequency, but this right here, baby.
Mind expanding.
Yes, mind expanding. That's a good way to say it, Star. Also, it's like it's like eating something that's really hot, and you've got to take a little bit, or something cheesy. You got to take just a little bit and just marinate. And there's times I sit on my bed and I'll say, "Ooh." Just like, wait a minute. And I have to just let it. I said, I have to let that marinate. I was talking to Rev yesterday, and she said something, and it was something I already knew, but it's like she brought it back to me and it confirmed it. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay. It's this confirmation. And we know all this stuff. We know all this stuff. It's just bringing it back up.
Yeah.
And living it and confirming it. And, while we're in this flesh, because we've always been and always will be spiritual beings having this human experience. So yes, it's been eye-opening, elevating, inspirational, frequency that is beyond what I imagined. And I understand why you have to read it more and more times.
Or are you still in any of the sessions?
No.
Okay.
And I kind of missed that, but I am going back to reading. I'm reading chapter 1 over and over again about the miracles for the Course in Miracles. The 50 things, so I do that.
And one thing I realized yesterday, and I've always understood this at a young age, you coming regardless if you want to come or not. You're going to get it regardless if you want to do it or not. You're going to do it. You're going to do it fast. You're going to do it slow. You're going to do it fighting, or you're going to do it freely. But you're going to do it. It is. You're going to do it. This is the path to get back to your source.
It's built in.
Yeah, you're going to do it in this life, or you're going to do it in another. You're going to do it. It's really no free will. You're going to do it. Seriously, I'm serious.
Yeah.
This is the path.
And that was what was so eye-opening and freeing. And the most important part that I got is that it is yes. We've been doing all this stuff, but it is yes. We will do the will of God. And in another book,
right.
in Conversations, it says, there's nowhere else to go back to but me. So and the Spirit is not tripping on nothing. You just go out and play, you know. With my son, I look at him, some things he's doing, I'm like, you know, but it's what he wants to experience. And his choices may not be mine. It doesn't mean mine was right.
Right.
But we know that in God it is, and that when we realize we are one with God, it's like, whoa, I can't lose. And that I am forever. I always was, I always will. And when I was listening to Bashar last night, he was saying that in every second, you're a new you. In every second, you are a new world. They was explaining in one thing, was talking about a train and the tracks. And you can have two trains going side by side, and then sooner or later, these tracks will go over here and these will go over that way. And for a certain amount of time, you can still see it. You can still jump off of that and run over here, but then it'll be out of your view, and this track is gone, and this track is gone, but it still exists.
Yeah.
And they may at some point come back around and then
meet up
again. That's how Kafira, Dr. Kafira, and my life has been. We will be, and it's always a spiritual journey where we will intertwine and go off and then intertwine again in our lives. So I know she's been there, you know, forever.
Yes.
Yeah, forever in some capacity. And it's always, you know, like I know it's time for me to call her. She's, you know, texted and said, you know, we need to talk. I'd like to talk. And I have not connected back with it, but I know that, and I know she has a word for me. I know someone else who has a word for me. And so I've just been like, okay, you know how they will you can bring some people and you're just, I know y'all have a word for me. I'm the subject. And you just bring yourself, you put yourself in the midst of women or men, whoever that is. And they just speak. They speak. You know that God has a word through them for you. Yeah.
I finally know what it means when they say there's no out there.
Yeah.
I finally know what that means now. Thank God. After listening to what Erin said when she said that we don't see things, each person sees their own world. So if each person sees their own world that they created, then there is nothing out there, because if we're not there to create it, there's nothing there. So I finally understand what that means now. I've only been reading about 1.5 years, but
Star,
I finally get it.
I think they done put a line here and just opened up the lid on you, honey. You just opened you up wide up. Just
Yeah.
I told
You know how
God,
you-
I said, I'm fascinated with this rabbit hole from Alice in Wonderland. And I told God, I said, I want to go in that rabbit hole and I want to go as far as you will allow me to go. And God has definitely been taking me far inside that rabbit hole.
Mhm.
I say.
You know how
Once
you
I
say
let
to
God out of the
somebody,
box,
go
once I
ahead.
let God out of the box,
Mm.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you know how you say, how did you come up with that? You know, like you when they say how they're
Right.
thinking, you said, where
Right.
did you come up with that? Where did you get that
Right.
from?
Right.
We created. Well, that's just
Yeah.
one person I just for years and years, and then finally they said something, and I said, "Wow, that's really how you think. That's how you process things. Wow, wow. All right, listen, I love you. It's 10:10.
Yes. Okay, y'all. Hug yourself. Woo!
Good show.
Yes.
Good
And hug
conversation.
the world
Yes.
and sprinkle all the goodness and love and common sense to reach down in everybody's brain.
All right, peace out. Love you all.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.